Chocolate, a global obsession, a multi-billion-dollar luxury, and one of the most complex culinary creations in human history. From high-end Parisian boutiques to local grocery store shelves, its universal appeal crosses cultures and continents. But thousands of years before it became a sweet, solid bar, chocolate was worshipped by ancient Mesoamerican civilizations. The Mayans and Aztecs consumed it not as a confection, but as a bitter, spicy energy drink, reserved for royalty and sacred rituals. Today, the journey from these ancient tropical origins to a polished retail shelf is a masterclass in modern engineering. At the center of this world is a single bean, containing over 600 distinct flavor compounds, far more than red wine. Unlocking this complexity requires a delicate harmony of nature, biology, thermal physics, and industrial chemistry. It all begins in the tropical belt near the equator, where the delicate cacao tree grows in the humid shade of taller trees. These trees produce large, colorful pods that contain the precious seeds destined to become the chocolate we love. Today, we are going behind the scenes of a state-of-the-art facility to witness this complete agricultural transformation. We will explore every step of the process, from harvesting in tropical forests to the complex chemistry of the factory floor. And we'll discover the secret science that gives luxury chocolate its signature glossy shine and satisfying snap. It is a journey where raw nature meets high-tech precision, resulting in pure sensory perfection.
Get ready to see how one of the world's most complex food processes actually works.
Welcome to the ultimate tour of the chocolate-making process. The journey starts now. The harvesting phase is a highly manual process, requiring skilled workers to navigate the plantation.
Each tree requires constant care, growing best under the protective shade of larger banana and forest trees. Because the pods grow directly on the delicate bark, machinery cannot be used for harvesting without ruining the tree. Using a sharp, curved knife, the farmer carefully severs the pod stem, leaving the fruiting pad unharmed.
The harvested pods are collected in baskets and transported to a clearing in the plantation. Here, the farm crew gathers to crack open the husks, an event that brings the local community together. Workers use wooden clubs or mallets to strike the pod, splitting the thick, protective husk cleanly.
This reveals the inner treasure, 30 to 5th seeds covered in a sweet, sticky white pulp. The pulp is sweet and aromatic, with a tropical flavor profiles resembling lychee, mango, or citrus.
While the seed itself is bitter, the sweet pulp is a refreshing treat enjoyed by the farm workers during long days.
The wet seeds are quickly piled on green banana leaves, ready to be prepared for the fermentation process. At this stage, the seeds look and smell nothing like chocolate. Fermentation is needed to unlock that magic. Without proper fermentation, the beans would remain bitter and will never develop their signature chocolatey aroma.
The seeds are moved into wooden sweating boxes, designed to drain the excess juices while retaining heat. Once the boxes are filled, the chemical magic of fermentation can officially begin.
The seeds are covered with layers of banana leaves and burlap to insulate the box and trap the heat.
Over the next week, natural yeasts and bacteria consume the sugars in the pulp, driving temperatures up.
The rising heat kills the seed germ, initiating a cascade of chemical reactions that form flavor precursors.
As the pulp breaks down, it turns into liquid and drains away, leaving the changing beans behind. Inside the bean, the color shifts from a vibrant purple to a rich, warm chocolate brown.
As the workers turn the pile, a rich, complex aroma of early chocolate fills the morning air. After fermentation, the beans are wet and must be dried immediately under the sun to stop the process.
They are spread in thin layers across concrete or wooden patios to allow even air circulation. Workers walk through the beans daily, using their feet to mix them and ensure they dry uniformly. If rain approaches, the beans must be protected instantly to prevent mold from ruining the crop. During drying, the moisture content drops from 60% to a stable 7%.
This low moisture level makes the beans stable for transport and prevents spoilage.
Once dried, the beans are gathered inside the farm warehouse for a final quality check. Inspectors cut open samples to look for defects, ensuring the batch meets premium standards.
The graded beans are packed into traditional burlap bags, ready for international shipping.
The filled burlap sacks are loaded onto trucks, beginning their journey to global ports.
From these ports, cargo ships carry the raw cacao across oceans to chocolate makers worldwide. Upon arrival at the factory, the bags are unloaded and lined up for quality control inspection. Inspectors take samples from randomly selected bags to verify moisture levels and bean quality. The beans are carefully graded based on size, origin, and flavor profile before processing.
Sorting by size is crucial because it ensures that all beans will roast uniformly.
Approved beans are poured into the primary hopper to begin the cleaning process.
The cleaning machine uses vibrating screens and magnets to remove stones, twigs, and dust. A powerful air vacuum sucks away light dust, fibers, and small debris.
Rare earth magnets catch any metallic particles to protect the factory's refining machinery.
The cleaned beans are transported to massive silos, cataloged by country of origin.
Silo temperatures and humidity levels are strictly controlled to maintain freshness. Depending on the recipe, beans from different countries are blended for a signature flavor profile. Automated systems measure the exact ratio of each bean type for the blend.
The blended beans are now ready to enter the heart of the factory, the roaster.
Roasting is the critical step where the complex, signature chocolate flavor is fully developed. The beans are roasted between 100 and 140 degrees Celsius. As the beans roast, the heat causes the thin outer shell to expand and crack. This thermal process sterilizes the beans and makes the husks brittle for separation. As they exit, the roasted beans are quickly cooled with air to stop the cooking process. Roasted beans are now ready to be separated from their thin, dry outer husks. This separation process is called winnowing, performed in a specialized machine. The winnower first cracks the roasted beans between rollers to loosen the shells. Then, a powerful upward air current vacuums away the light shells, leaving the dense kernels. The discarded shells contain no fat or flavor and are recycled for agricultural use. What remains are pure cacao nibs, the concentrated essence of the chocolate bean. These nibs consist of about 55% natural cocoa butter fat. At this stage, tasting a nib reveals a deep chocolate aroma, but an intense bitterness. To become smooth chocolate, the solid nibs must undergo intense mechanical grinding. Next, we will see how these crunchy nibs are converted into a rich, flowing liquid. Inside the mill, spinning steel plates crush the nibs, breaking down their cellular structure. The friction melts the natural cocoa butter, turning the solid nibs into a rich liquid. This dark liquid is called chocolate liquor, the foundation of all real chocolate. To make chocolate, the liquor is blended with sugar, cocoa butter, and milk powder.
These ingredients are mixed thoroughly until they form a dense, uniform paste.
This paste is still gritty and must be refined to make it perfectly smooth. The refiner rolls crush the particles down to a size of less than 20 microns. At this microscopic size, the human tongue can no longer detect individual grains.
The refined chocolate powder now enters the conche, a vital flavor-developing machine. For days, the conche rolls and agitates the warm chocolate mass continuously.
This constant movement evaporates bitter acids and moisture, smoothing the flavor. Near the end of conching, emulsifiers and cocoa butter are added to adjust flow. The friction and heat coat every solid particle in a thin jacket of cocoa butter.
Quality checks are performed to ensure the viscosity matches luxury standards.
The finished chocolate is pumped through heated pipes into storage tanks, ready for tempering. To turn this liquid into a crisp, glossy bar, it must undergo tempering.
Cocoa butter can crystallize in 6 forms, but only form 5 produces a perfect snap.
The tempering machine cools the chocolate to seed crystals, then reheats it to melt unstable ones.
This precise temperature control ensures only stable beta-V crystals guide solidification.
To verify the temper, a spatula dipped in the batch should dry set in minutes. If the chocolate sets with a glossy finish and no streaks, it is ready for molding. Untempered chocolate sets slowly, looks dull, and develops a white coating called bloom.
The tempered chocolate is piped directly to the molding line, where empty molds wait.
The molds are preheated to match the chocolate's temperature, preventing streaks.
Automated nozzles inject the exact weight of liquid chocolate into each mold cavity.
The filled molds immediately pass over a high-speed vibration table. This vibration forces trapped air bubbles to rise to the surface and pop.
This results in a flat, even layer of chocolate, free of internal air pockets.
The molds now enter a cooling tunnel, where the temperature is carefully stepped down.
Cooling must be gradual to prevent the chocolate from warping or losing its temper. For specialty bars, a secondary station adds premium ingredients like roasted nuts. These inclusions are metered and distributed evenly across the warm surface. A gentle roller presses the inclusions down, securing them inside the bar. As the chocolate solidifies and cools, the cocoa butter contracts, shrinking the bar. This contraction allows the solid chocolate bar to release easily from the plastic mold. The molds are inverted, and the finished chocolate bars pop out onto a conveyor. The face of the bar has a flawless, mirror-like gloss, the mark of perfect tempering.
Each bar is inspected for air bubbles, scratches, or color variations.
Rejected bars are melted down and sent back to the tempering machine to start over. The approved bars move in single file toward the packaging department.
First, the bars are wrapped in a protective layer of aluminum gold foil.
This foil layer is hermetically sealed to block air, moisture, and odors.
The wrapped bars now look like luxury gold ingots, ready for final packaging.
Next, the bars are encased in their premium cardstock outer sleeves. A drop of hot glue seals the flap, securing the luxury bar for distribution. For safety, all packaged bars pass through an industrial metal detector. An automated checkweigher verifies the weight of each bar to the decimal point. An inkjet printer sprays batch numbers and expiration dates for full traceability. A robotic case packer gathers the boxes and places them into shipping cartons. The shipping cases are sealed and labeled with transit barcodes automatically.
The cases are palletized by a robotic arm, preparing them for warehouse storage.
Forklifts transport the pallets to a warehouse kept at a constant 18 degrees. Maintaining low humidity is key to preventing sugar bloom during storage.
In the Quality Control Lab, scientists perform daily safety and chemical tests.
They verify recipe ratios and perform biological scans for food safety. Beyond lab tests, sensory panels verify the taste, texture, and melt profile.
They listen for the clean snap of tempered chocolate, which confirms crystal stability.
The chocolate must melt smoothly on the tongue, releasing balanced flavors.
Once approved, the cases are loaded into refrigerated trucks for global distribution.
Every link in the logistics chain is monitored to protect the chocolate's temper.
Finally, the finished chocolate reaches high-end boutique shelves worldwide. A simple bar is the result of thousands of miles of travel and precise engineering. It represents a partnership between tropical farmers, engineers, and chocolatiers. When you unwrap a premium bar, you experience the result of this journey. The sharp snap and glossy shine confirm the dedication put into every step. As it melts, it releases layers of flavor, fruit, nut, spice, and deep cocoa. It is a simple daily luxury that brings joy to millions of people.
The next time you enjoy chocolate, remember the art and science in every bite.
From an ancient bitter drink to a global industry, chocolate remains king of sweets. Thank you for joining us on this factory tour of how luxury chocolate is made.
We hope you gained a new appreciation for the technology behind your favorite treat.
If you enjoyed this tour, like the video and subscribe for more industrial stories. Let us know in the comments, what is your favorite type of chocolate?
Until next time, keep enjoying the sweet side of life.
Music fades out slowly,